Okay, our voicemail number is 2192 David P. Here is a really, really good question from a viewer that we've sort of talked about a little bit, but not in these terms. Take a listen.
Hey, David, this is Andy. Good show. I'm just wondering, what are the issues that if someone calls you and asks you for your opinion, your position, what are those issues that you're not as confident on, that you're still thinking through? You always have such confidence in your responses. There's got to be some things that you haven't figured out yet. Let me know. Thanks.
Yeah. So listen, number one, when someone calls in, and of course our calls aren't pre-screened, when someone calls in and asks me for my opinion about something that I haven't seen or am not familiar with, I just say I don't know enough about that to comment. That's not really my issue. I was once invited to debate a gentleman, a British gentleman named Carl Benjamin. You might know him as Sargon of Akkad, about the topic of Brexit. And I said, I am not an expert in Brexit. I'm not someone who should be debating anybody about Brexit. We covered it in the context of the world economy and its relationship to American politics and how it fits into the sort of nationalism movements that we've seen. But I don't know enough about Brexit. I live in the United States. I don't have any connection to the UK, and I am simply not an expert on that issue. When people call in and say, what do I think about the conflict in Kashmir, for example, I just don't know enough about it, and I am not ashamed to say that. And I think that that's something that should be way more acceptable. None of us can be experts in everything, and it should be fine to say that. Now, in terms of what issues am I less confident on, certainly there are issues relating to Asian politics that I know very, very little about. There are lots of countries that are important geopolitically, whose internal conflicts I really don't know about. And I just say, I don't know about that. I'm not the right person to ask. When it comes to the dynamics of, I don't know what else, there are certain religious conflicts that I am not well versed enough in, and I wouldn't dream of imposing my opinion on the audience as if it's something I know about. So my approach is, number one, for most of us, most topics we're not experts in. And number two, it should be okay just to say that. And in fact, it should be praised. When we recognize that we don't know enough about something to comment in an informed way, that should actually be destigmatized. It should be okay to say that, and we should say, that's great. Let's either learn more or go to the experts on that issue. We've got a great bonus show for you today. I'm out of time to tell you what's on it, but it's a really good one, maybe the best one this week so far, and I look forward to speaking to you then.